right. We are between Huntsville, Texas, and Livingston, Texas, on Highway 190, on our way to Huntsville. And I just thought I'd turn some video on. Pretty area, really coming up. Lake Livingston. And honestly, I know I was griping earlier about this gear, this riding gear, and it still is annoying, and it's just hot in Texas, and so, it's still a bit of a pain, but I must say, I'm getting adjusted to it mentally. I think I was just in a grumpy mood this morning, having to spend 20 minutes putting all this stuff on, and just because I couldn't pack it. I wouldn't be so grumpy if I were going out riding off-road or whatever, and I knew, but there are people that wear, ATGAT, all the gear all the time. I don't know. I don't think I could do it on the highway. I understand abrasion gear and such, but I'm not going to fall any distance. I mean, the worst, I may high side and, crunch up a leg or something, but, I mean, God, there has to be some level of comfort, too. So, there's a trade-off, and I don't know. I just can't see wearing it around on the street. It's just abrasion stuff, yes, but body armor, no. 40 miles an hour, really? It's just a speed trap through here is all it is. But anyway, I'm growing used to it, so see what happens. I will definitely figure out a way to pack this before I ride all day tomorrow to Colorado. I plan to stay the night somewhere. I don't have a clue yet. I'm going to ride as far as I can ride, and then I'll stay somewhere. Probably the panhandle of Texas, around Amarillo. But I will pack this stuff before I take off tomorrow. Anyway, turn the video back on when we get to the good part. We're not there yet. That didn't take long. A couple of miles to there. Nice Campground of America. I bet that would be a great place to stay. Wow, it looks nice. Right on the lake. Oh, yeah. When I was going to college at Sam Houston State in Huntsville, I met some friends that were from Livingston, and we came out one time and were water skiing and tubing and all that, and they rode me past what I thought was a dead floating alligator. They, pulled the boat by, and I couldn't believe it. I was thinking, why are they doing this and pulling me? I get over there, and it really doesn't look like an alligator. I thought it was the white underside of an alligator. So we get back to the dock, and they're all laughing, and I said, man, that was a big gator. And they said, that's not a gator. That was a catfish. And I thought, man, that thing must have been, I don't know. I'm not going to lie. I think it was about 8 feet long. Could have been 6. Could have been 10. It was just big. And it was a big kayak fishing, I guess. Jet ski fishing. Anyway, it could have been 10. It was just huge. And they said that when they were building, I guess it was this bridge, that divers were down there, and they said they had seen catfish big enough to swallow a human whole. And I don't know how big that is, but to me, the one I saw floating looked big enough to swallow, not me, but a skinny person. My wife, for sure. So, or one of my kids. Yeah, no problem. But anyway, we'll hit more later. I thought you guys might want to see Crawford, Texas, hometown of ex-President Bush. Hometown of ex-President Bush. Now, I don't know where he lives, but we just passed through Crawford, Texas, and there wasn't much there. A caution light. I suppose he lives somewhere out of town, but I don't know. And my GPS says to go straight, so that's what I shall do. If we happen to cross it, we do. If we don't, we don't. But imagine it looks like a fortress. In case you're wondering, it is flipping hot. All that pressure suit came off. No. Can't do it. As I recall from photos, it looks something like this with a large entrance. However, that won't be it. I would guess there would be Secret Service people still out there. I don't know. I don't know if he had this home. Yeah, he did before he was president, but gosh, it's out in the middle of nowhere. Can't imagine what anyone would want to do out here. I suppose he can't really go anywhere anyway without being surrounded. So, but I'll roll on. If we happen to cross it, then we happen to cross it. crossed over the Brazos River. I don't have a clue what we're near. I could look on the GPS, but we're going towards some place called Oiney, O-I-N-E-Y. Here, you look. You tell me what that says. I've been gone since about, been on the road since about 7 a.m. and it's now 3:30. I've taken a short 30-minute lunch break, and I've had one fuel stop that probably took 30 minutes because I took off all the gear and used the restroom and soaked up a little AC. I mean, it's got to be 95, 98 degrees. And so I've had, 2 or 3 fuel stops, or just stops, really. Only a couple of fuel stops, but 2 or 3 stops. One of them, for lunch, that was 30 minutes. Another for lunch, for take all that gear off, that was another 30 minutes. So there's an hour, and then I had another probably. I love grooved roads. I don't know if you guys can see the road. Feels like it's about to throw me into next week. Anyway, I guess if I had to count it up, probably an hour and a half total I've stopped. So, and I've got another 47 miles, and I'm going to stop again. I'm having to stop every 100 or 120 miles. I mean, this BMW R1200 GS is a wonderful bike, but they're not that much more wonderful after a few hundred miles. I talked to a guy one time, and he said, dude, it doesn't matter what you have. After 250 miles, everyone has to stop every 100 miles. And I think he's probably right. I mean, your butt just gets too sore. Although it makes a ton of difference being able to stand up on this bike. When I go into slower towns or what have you, and, the speed limit drops, I'll do it doing 80, but it's so windy out here, it just pulls me all over the road. So when I go into a town and the speed limit drops, I'll stand up and ride through town standing up. That helps a lot. I like the function on my GPS to avoid interstates. It really is nice because, man, honestly, I think it added from my house near Houston to Estes Park, Colorado was like 1,150 miles, the fastest possible way, straight up an interstate. I recalculated it using avoid interstates, and I want to say it only added a few hours total to the trip and 150 miles. So I guess the added time is just the very little I've been driving through doing 60 miles an hour. Most of this stuff has been 75 miles an hour. I'm doing 80. Which is probably as fast as I would ride down the interstate anyway. So, and honestly, it's a lot easier to just to whip into a gas station and take a break. And I don't know that I'll ever ride down another interstate unless I have to. All right. Just thought you guys might want to get a view of where I am, which is, I can't tell you. I know I'm just about 3 hours from Lubbock, so if that tells you anything. I just went through Hico about an hour ago, 45 minutes ago. So supposedly home of the legendary Billy the Kid. I don't know. Never heard of that. Never heard of Billy the Kid from Hico, and I'm saying Hico, Hico. But hell, maybe he is from Hico. I don't know. Haven't had hardly any traffic. It's Sunday, so good call leaving on Sunday. It's been kind of nice. All that traffic runs the interstate. The only time I've been in a crowd is when I stopped at rest areas or stores and such that are near an interstate to get gas or what have you, and all the people bailing off the interstate. But other than that, it has not been much traffic, and it's just nice. Other than it's just hot as hell, but it's August the 5th in Texas. I mean, it's freaking 100 degrees at night. Can't wait to get to Colorado to the elevations and cool off. All right, another stand-up time. And it is nice to stand up. Mineral Wells, Texas, that's where I am. Okay. Evidently, judging from all the little blue restaurant signs that are popping up on my GPS, this may be a decent sized town. I don't know. I can smell rain. Either it's already rained, just haven't got to it, or it's about to. Guess that's what's up ahead of me. Yeah, it looks like it already has rained. Well, hopefully in 39 miles, I'll go away from wherever it is. think what I'll do is pull in a store, pull up the radar, see if I can just drive around all this crap.